What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night keeps us from bringing you the latest scoops in wrestling. And join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a big SmackDown superstar quitting, an update on Roman Reigns' return, the real reason why Sami Zayn was stripped of the Intercontinental Championship, Mark Henry calls off his Mafia on Lio Rush, is Jim Ross a fan of Sonny's OnlyFans account, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Hit the intro because it's now time for the news. Our first story looks at a big SmackDown superstar quitting WWE. Now, one of Friday Night SmackDown's fastest rising stars is apparently done with the WWE. PW Insider's Mike Johnson was reporting WWE quietly moved Gulak to the alumni section of their website this afternoon. PWInsider.com has been told that Gulak was not released. We have confirmed with multiple sources today that Gulak's WWE contract expired after last night's SmackDown was taped. We are told the two sides had been discussing a new deal, but had not yet come to terms on the deal before Gulak's exiting deal expired. This shockingly places Gulak on the open market just hours after one of his best WWE performances to date, as he would have no 90-day non-compete as WWE would not be paying him going forward, which means he can appear and wrestle anywhere immediately. Gulak has thrived on SmackDown since becoming Daniel Bryan's protege, although in a twist on the usual student-teacher dynamic, Gulak has helped Bryan arguably as much as Bryan has helped him. The first round Intercontinental Championship tournament match between Gulak and Bryan was yet another excellent match between the two, and it seemed that Gulak was going to get a continued push. If this is an angle or a contract dispute, WWE is losing a versatile performer. We wish Gulak all the best. But where will he end up? Will Gulak venture forth into AEW, try his hand in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or even go back to CZW? Well, whatever he does, WWE has lost one of the most talented performers on the blue brand. Next up, the real reason Sami Zayn was stripped of the Intercontinental Championship. WWE recently made the decision to strip Sami Zayn of the Intercontinental title, which has now led to a huge tournament on SmackDown for the belt. While it's believed they took the belt off him due to not wanting to travel during this pandemic, Tom Colohue recently revealed that it could have been done to send a message to the WWE roster, as pushes can be taken away to those who choose not to wrestle. On the latest episode of Dropkick Discussions, he noted, "According to a couple of WWE sources I spoke with, the feeling among some people at television this week was that stripping Zayn of the Intercontinental Championship was done to send a message. WWE will always say that wrestlers can take time off and not worry about their spot, and that certainly would apply to a top star like Roman Reigns, but for others that is not a guarantee, and wrestlers in the mid and lower card certainly took notice. It's quite unfair since people are actually putting their health at risk by attending shows. Does that mean that those who choose their health over a push means that they don't care about their career? It's absolute nonsense, and it's really unfair of WWE to do this." Now, as Tom Colohue said, this doesn't apply to Roman Reigns. So when he eventually returns, will he be put straight back into the title scene? What does this say about WWE favoritizing some wrestlers? Well, while we're on the subject of Roman Reigns, when will he come back to the WWE? Now, if a recent report from Fightful.com is correct, not anytime soon. Fightful spoke to a source high up in WWE who told us that Roman Reigns does not seem in any rush to return, and nobody here faults him for it. The person would note that right now no indication if or when a return could happen has been given, saying he could head back in 2 weeks, 2 months, or be out indefinitely. Reigns is not figured into plans creatively at this point. While many people in WWE may not fault him for it, we can think of someone who may resent it. If you caught our recent news video, Vinnie Mac has been frustrated with the complications caused by the ongoing pandemic and how it's inconvenienced his plans. Welcome to the human race, Vince. Now, even though Roman Reigns is at home, he's still making a lot of money, as Fightful.com is reporting that the big dog has found a lucrative gig recording personalized video messages on Cameo at $350 a video. Roman is going to make over $1,000 on Cameo every day. Even if they stopped paying him, it wouldn't matter. Well, if I ever made personalized videos, they'd probably be at $3 a pop. Next up, Booker T thinks Sting is headed to AEW. There's been considerable talk that Sting might be headed to All Elite Wrestling, and one of his WCW colleagues thinks this is likely to happen. Two-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T recently discussed this on his radio show.
These old guys, man, always feel like they want to jump. You know what I mean? You know, they always feel like they still got something left in the tank. You know, they always feel like they got one last run in them. You know, so I would not doubt for 1 minute that we see Sting back inside of a square circle wrestling against, what's his name? What's the guy name that painted his face? Darby Allin. You know, Sting versus Darby. You know what I mean?
The two-time WWE Hall of Famer talked of how Sting's career was all but finished when he entered the WWE, and that Sting didn't get a chance to do much before his career-ending injury. However, Booker isn't ruling anything out.
So to see him, make the jump to AEW, I can see that. I can see Sting doing that because right now Sting probably still feel like he got something left to give, as well as Sting probably feel like he want to end it the way he want to end it. You know, a lot of wrestlers have that bravado that, they want to go out, some special kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I don't know. I think the rumors are true, and I think it's saying I was just reading that WWE Hall of Famer will not appear at Double or Nothing pay-per-view, but that just could be smoke and mirror.
Even if Sting's spinal stenosis was no longer an issue, the 61-year-old's ability to perform has to be in serious doubt. While Sting could do great as a personality or the leader of a faction, he should avoid wrestling altogether. Next up, Mark Henry calls off his Mafia against Lio Rush. The Lio Rush Mark Henry heat continues to grow, with Mark Henry making what can only be called a thinly veiled threat against Rush. During an episode of Busted Open Radio, the world's strongest man called himself wrestling royalty and said there's a reason I've been around for 24 years and never been fired. According to a summary by Ringside News, Henry revealed the existence of an elite group of African-American wrestlers that he founded. They're called Delegation, and they wanted to know if they needed to come at Lio Rush. Going into full Godfather mode, Henry proclaimed, "I have founded a group called the Delegation. It's all of the elite African-American wrestlers around the world. The conversation last night was about you, Leo. They were like, do you want us to come for him? What did I say? No, don't come for him." While Lio Rush has developed a reputation for getting locker room heat, Henry's braggadocious comments sound like something out of a WWE Studios film or a Mexican soap opera. But did Lio Rush leave NXT on bad terms? Mark Henry isn't the only person Lio Rush may be on bad terms with. During a recent talk with Sportskeeda's Gary Cassidy, Rush noted, "Triple H, I don't know if it ended on good terms or not, because I felt like me and Hunter, we clashed heads a lot. We were always in disagreement as far as what the plans were for me and how he saw me as a character or how he saw me as an asset to the brand. I feel like we were always just disagreeing all the time, and it sucked because obviously I looked up to Triple H when I was a kid and stuff like that. Rush will have to get his act together if he wants to find work anywhere rewarding. At this rate, he's quickly building up a reputation as someone who is difficult to do business with." Next up, some more details on Double or Nothing's Casino Ladder match. AEW's pay-per-view ladder match this Saturday looks to have some interesting stipulations. Ringside News' Felix Upton is reporting, the match will start with 2 wrestlers and every 90 seconds someone will be added to the match. All 9 wrestlers don't have to make it to the ring before someone scales the ladder and retrieves a poker chip worth one AEW World title match. It could be a wild time. 7 out of 9 competitors have entered into the match so far. Ray Phoenix, Colt Cabana, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, and Frankie Kazarian. Who could be the final 2 entrants? Next up, did an NXT performer complaints get her fired? Don't complain about the WWE's medical treatment if you want to keep your job. At least that's the feeling Wrestlelamia is getting after reading a report about recently released wrestler Rachel Evers, aka Rachel Ellering. According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, it's been confirmed she's no longer with the company. A few months ago, she spoke to the company about having issues with the medical team and medical procedures. She was rehabbing after reconstructive knee surgery. Her complaints were not received well, and a few weeks ago, she was given 2 options, both of which essentially were that she was getting released. She chose one of them and was then released. There was a time when she was interested in leaving, but this was a company decision. But this isn't the first time someone has had problems with the WWE's medical team, but Eva's release may keep people from complaining about legitimate problems. Next up, Friday Night SmackDown's ratings. Now the ratings are in and SmackDown's ratings are up again, albeit slightly, and even better, the Blue brand's second hour increased from its first. When the hell does that ever happen? The Observer broke things down and said that the show averaged 2.043 million viewers. It topped 2 million viewers for both hours, with the first hour coming in at 2.03 million and the second actually increasing to 2.055 million. As we mentioned before, a rare feat. SmackDown has been renewed by Fox and it's returning to its spot on Friday nights, but you can be certain the WWE wants to get the ratings back up. While the exact figures are unknown, it's believed Fox has the option to cancel its deal with the WWE if the ratings drop below a certain mark. This is certainly good news, and now the WWE must ask what brought in more viewers in Hour 2. An extra 13,000 viewers isn't a significant number, but if Hour 2 continues to grow, the WWE should analyse who is in on the second hour and whether there has been a change in its hour competition. Hell, maybe this meme was right. Anytime viewership goes low, Vince goes to his go-to superstar. And finally, is Jim Ross a fan of Sunny's OnlyFans account? Last but not least, you've no doubt heard that Sunny has an OnlyFans account that does allow fans to pay her a monthly fee to interact with her online. While we certainly haven't checked out Sunny's account yet, some other accounts post revealing pictures. That being said, is current AEW announcer good old Jim Ross a fan of WWE Hall of Famer Sunny's OnlyFans account? Let's read some tweets from the man under the black hat. I've often heard and I agree that controversy creates cash, plus I believe that everyone deserves a second chance in life. He put Sunny's OnlyFans account in his tweet and advised discretion. What Jim Ross does in the privacy of his own home or in Daly's Place restroom stall is his business, nobody else's. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumours you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.